Tell me if you can hear the music. Can you hear the music? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear the music? Tell me if y'all can hear the music. Yeah? Okay. Somebody say yeah. Anybody else can hear it? Okay. Don't let it get you down. This is Paul Hardcastle White singer. Y'all know Paul Hardcastle. Come on. Y'all gotta groove with me. Come on. Come on, you Africans. Y'all know them dances. Come on, Africans. Come on, y'all gotta groove with me. Y'all grooving with me? Don't let life get you down. Is y'all grooving with me? Somebody said they can. Some of y'all can hear it and some of y'all can't. Who can hear the music? A few of y'all said y'all can hear it. Y'all can't? Okay, only a few of y'all. Okay, when I get in Pat's car, I'm gonna come back on so y'all can hear it. Hold on. When I get in Pat's car, I'm gonna come back on so y'all can hear it. It's a good song, and it'll make your spirits high. Hold on. I was upstairs. I was dancing to Daddy. I was dancing like the Africans because I know how to dance like the Africans. Them Africans could dance their butt off. So how's everybody doing today? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me? Hello? Can y'all hear me? Oh, okay. So listen, I was listening to Paul Hardcastle White song. It's called Don't. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta fix my thing. It's called Don't Let Life Get You Down. And she said in the song that the enemy dared her to die. I was like, you know what, Daddy? That is so real. The enemy dares us to die. He dares us. He dares us to live. And I was like, wow, that's so true what she said. So I was listening to the song and she was like, don't let it get you down. Don't let life get you down. Get back up. Get back up. So I thought y'all could hear the music. Some of y'all can hear it. I was able to get some German finning from it. And what's that? What's German fin? Oh, money. The finnings? The German money? Yeah, when I was in Germany, you used to could get three finnings, 3.20 finnings for $1. Now, guys, that's a lot of money in Germany, but it went down a couple of years later and it never went back to how it was before. Yeah, a lot of prophecy. Remember last year I told y'all a Supreme Court judge was going to die. Some people on Facebook remembered it, and that roof lady, she gone. She gone. You know what, guys? I'm tell y'all, I'm keep with you. I think she died last year because Daddy said early last year that a Supreme Court justice was going to die. Right? I think she died last year, and they made a mistake and put it on the news last year on CNN that she died, and they said it was a mistake. And I think she died last year, and I think they just held her death and announced it because of this election, because they claim she wrote a letter in her last testament saying that a judge should not be picked until after the election. Why would she write a letter talking about a judge should not be picked after? She ain't write that letter. Somebody else did it. Somebody else did it. I'm going, who is this? Hold on, y'all. Let me see who this is. Okay, I'm blocking your butt. So I think she died last year. And I think they held it for political reasons. Because, see, how many of y'all remember CNN said she was dead? Then they came back and said it was a mistake. How many of y'all remember that happened last year? Why would they make a mistake and show something about her being dead? It's so much deception going around in our government. It is just too through. Too through. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of stuff God said. There was train crashes, plane crashes, serial killers all over the place. This man down here in Georgia killed 4 people. No, he killed 2 ladies and a baby. No, he shot them, but one is really bad. Then he robbed the waffle place in Madonna. Then he shot a lady in the head and took her car, and she in the hospital. This is the fifth serial killer that has happened down here in 2 months. Georgia's off the chain. Every time you turn the news on in Atlanta, now Atlanta used to be the cream of the cream, guys, because that's where the Black Hollywood is, South Hollywood, right? Why every day you turn on the news, somebody getting shot in Atlanta this year? Since this COVID stuff started, they rioting, shooting, killing. It's ridiculous. And the prophecy about Texas came to pass. It's flooded. God said it was going to be lots of floods this year, and that came to pass. I told y'all the Lord said fire was coming back to California, and it was going to be worse than history. And they say the fire they have is worse than history. So all of this stuff is coming past. All of it. Well, as long as there's people out here sinning and not repenting, guys, God will protect us, even if we get touched a little, that's okay. He gonna heal us. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know about you guys, but I'm really sick of this evil world and this evil system. I'm tired of hearing about people dying every day. Bunch of people dying every day. Every day. And it's and waking up to deception. And I'm sick of the mask. I really am. I mean, I know people who have underlying conditions, who are elderly. I was in the post office yesterday picking up something. I'm standing in line. This old man, turns around to me and tells me, he didn't say, would you or would you please? He goes, back up. You're standing too close to me. I said to him, I don't have coronavirus and I ain't moving. And then the lady behind me, she had a mask on. She was cracking up. Stand your ground. I told him, I said, I don't have coronavirus and I ain't moving. And he looked at me like this. And then guess what he did? He walked all the way over to the other side of the post office and stood there until it was his turn. Yes, he did. How ridiculous is that? So I had to stop to go to the bathroom. So I was in the bathroom because me and Daddy talk in the bathroom a lot. I said, Daddy, that doofus man. I said, Daddy, if I'm wrong for calling him doofus, forgive me. I was like, judge his butt. I said, show him your God. Show him you're greater than that doggone coronavirus and fear that's in him. Yes, he did. He demanded me. I was like, I don't have coronavirus and I ain't moving. What does what mean? I totally missed it. Yeah, but guys, he literally moved to the other side of the post office until his time came. Are you serious? I was like, Daddy, God forbid I had anything. Coronavirus is airborne. He the got it regardless. Right? And check this out. The lady in the post office who always harassed me, right? Remember I told you Daddy was going to brittle her mouth? I had to go in there and give her one of them yellow tickets to pick up my grinder, because I grind up herbs and stuff, right? and did not have a mask on. You know what she said to me? She said, hello, gorgeous. How are you? How are you doing today? I was like, I'm fine. I told you Daddy was going to brittle her mouth. You can't mess with a child of God. And I prayed for her salvation too. She said, how are you doing today, gorgeous? I was like, I'm fine. I didn't deny I was gorgeous neither. You think I'm gorgeous? I won't deny it. I'll tell you thank you. That's what she said. And went and got my package and came back and was just as nice. Glory to God. Just as sweet as she want to be. And then the other guy who likes me, he calls me good trouble. She was like, there's a such thing as good trouble? He said, yeah, and she's good trouble. So I asked Daddy, I said, Daddy, should I accept him calling me good trouble? Because every time I come in here, he always go, this is God's good trouble. So Daddy said, look at good trouble. So that man who just died of cancer, Clarence, what's his name? What's that man that just died of cancer, that black man? He marched with Martin Luther King. He has a famous saying. And then a couple other famous people have famous saying, you know what good trouble means, guy? When somebody needs help, or someone doesn't have someone to advocate for them, or you see bad corruption going on and you want to change it, That's what good trouble is. I said, okay, Daddy, then I'm your good trouble. That's what, yeah, John Lewis. I said, okay, Daddy, because he told me to Google it. I did. I said, okay, Daddy, I am your good trouble. I'm your good trouble. Oh, guys, hold on. One second. Hold on. I'm coming. Okay, I wanted to show y'all the pain cream I made that I showed y'all the other day. I put it in a different jar. The other jar was too flat, so I'm gonna show it to y'all. Well, it looks lopsided because it's in the freezer. Because when whoever buys this, you have to keep it in the refrigerator so it can keep this solidified way, right? But if you don't like it the creamy way, wait, see, I don't want to put my finger on it because this gonna belong to somebody. But it's real creamy, right? As it is now. But if you want it even more creamy, you would just let it sit out on your bathroom. Hold on. You would just let it sit out on your bathroom or in your bedroom on the dresser, and it'll get real creamy and real oily. And then you could rub it on like that, or you could just keep it in the refrigerator and it'll keep a solidified form this way, and then it'll just be creamy. And it works. I'm telling you, my knee was bothering me. Why put some more? Why put some more? This hand was bothering me because I've been mixing a lot of stuff. I got an automatic mixer, but some of the stuff you have to actually mix with a hand blender, right? So my hand was hurting. I I put this on and then I put an anointing oil on, but I put this on first and I waited 10 minutes to see, and it went away. And then I put the oil on. This stuff works. God gave me something good. This stuff works. I only made like 36 of them, but I'm going to make some more next week. So Pat already bought one. So I'm going to make some more next week so I can have about 60 of them. Because people, this stuff works. And I'm not just saying this because I made it and I want you guys to buy it. It really works. And Daddy gave it to me because he kept telling Pat and my son to coach me to make this. And I did it. And I'm going to make one for diabetes soon, too. Diabetics soon. Y'all still there? Am I frozen? I don't see anybody talking to me anymore. Hello? I see hearts. Y'all still here? I had a dream about robot skeletons on the floor. Huh? Arizona altering. Well, yeah, they are altering the weather. You know, they got weather machines. So, yeah, that's probably what God was telling you. Because Arizona been getting it. I gave a prophecy from God about Arizona, too. He says a lot of stuff was coming there, and it's coming. Kentucky, something about to happen real big in Kentucky. Something big about to happen in Canada. I saw Las Vegas. I saw fire in Las Vegas. Fire, like real fire. I saw fire in Las Vegas. So pray for Vegas, Las Vegas, Canada, and Kentucky. And I saw a huge riot happening in somewhere in Chicago. Something happened in Chicago, and they started rioting real bad. They started rioting so bad they had those police that looked like they had military gear. So something going to happen in Chicago. Somebody could get killed. I don't know. But it's going to cause a huge riot. So pray for Chicago, Canada, Las Vegas, and Kentucky. And Louisiana about to get battered with another storm. Louisiana about to get a bad storm. And Florida, something's coming your way too. So you better pray. Because I noticed whenever stuff comes to Florida, they pray. But they still got some flood. But that other storm that was supposed to come passed them by. So Florida, please pray. And I saw a lot of trouble coming to the so-called Middle East, which we know is the borderline of Africa. But I saw a lot of trouble coming there. It's like, okay, all of them over there, they like brothers. They like Shiite Muslims and what's the Shemite Shiite, Shemite, something like that. But they are brothers and sisters, but they fight against each other, right? So and God told me this before, that it was going to be an internal war in the Middle East, an internal war. And that I think I can't recall, but I think he said Iran was going to be at the hem of it. So there's going to be some turmoil in the Middle East, but it's going to come from within. It's not going to come from any other country outside of the Middle East. It's going to come from within the Middle East. It's going to come from within the Middle East. So pray about that, guys. I mean, it may have some effect on America, diplomatically, but I mean, it won't spill over here like a war. But I mean, America may have some hand in it because they got allies with Israel. You know what I'm saying? Um, and God told me that He was about to judge that. He called it so-called Israel, the country Israel. He said He's about to judge them severely. That's what He said. He's about to judge them severely. That Israel over there. That's what He said. And the UK. There's a storm coming to the UK that's going to do some damage. And it's going to be some political damage that's coming to the UK. So remember that. Okay. And he also said the immigration thing has died down, but it's going to start rising up again. You're going to start hearing of problems with immigration again, like we did last year, and it died down before last year was over. It's going to resurface again. I don't know if it's going to be as bad as it was last year, but it's going to resurface again. So we need to start praying about that. And then he said that the church is going to be under severe judgment. Like, we're going to start hearing about, like I've been telling y'all for years, and it always comes back. He said, more pastors are going to be exposed to who they truly are. He said many are wolves in sheep clothing, and he's about to remove the sheep outer layer so that you can see the wolf in them. We're going to hear about pastors being caught up in money laundering, trafficking, down low pastors sleeping with women, that's a woman sleeping with man, you a man. Some church doors are going to close, he told me. He said even some mega churches are going to go down. So this stuff is going to happen. So he said, just pray for these people's salvation because it cannot be stopped. He also said, we were going to hear about Anita Byam. Something was going to happen with her. He didn't give me specific things, but he said, we're going to hear about her. And it ain't going to be good. We're going to hear about Anita Byam. And he didn't tell me she was going to die or anything like that. He just said, we're going to hear about her. And he wouldn't tell me what it is. He just said, tell the people you are going to hear about her, and it's not going to be good. Anita Byam. That's exactly what he told me. And it's not going to be good. And then he told me a couple of famous singers, like R&B singers. Some of these white people, they sing like R&B too, like Britney Spears, stuff like that. You're going to be hearing about a couple of R&B singers being killed, literally killed, either in car accidents or murdered. And you're going to know that their master Satan took them. That's exactly what he said. So it's going to be some R&B singers, they could be white or black, and they're going to be killed, murdered, like a car accident or murdered, period. And you're going to hear about it, and you're going to know their father did it. You're going to know. That's what he said. And then he told me to tell y'all that you all that love your sports more than you love him, more than you, it's just particularly for men. He said, all of you who love your sports more than you love him, you love your sports more than you love your wife. You put your wife out the room or beat her up or argue with her because you want to watch a stupid game. He said, well, your sports are never going to be the same again because he's about to put his hands in the sports arena. And when I say sports, I mean every sport you could think of. He's about to put his hands in the sport arena. He's changing things. You're going to see some changes in the sports arena. It ain't going to never be the same again. He also told me to warn everybody that this world is never going to be the same again. It's never going to go back to how it was. We're going to keep on having problems. It's just that if you truly love God and you truly into God, he said these things won't affect you. He said, like this coronavirus, right? It hasn't really affected me or anyone in my family, and I thank God for that every day. And some of y'all, it hasn't affected you or your family. And some of you, it has affected you and your family, but you made it past it, So he said, just like a lot of things have not affected you during this period of time, Just know all the other things that's coming. As long as you stand and abide in him, these things will not affect you neither. And at times it may feel like it's going to affect you because we have to be honest with ourselves, even my own self. You know, at times I really felt like coronavirus was affecting me, you know, like the repercussions from it. But God was like, why do you feel that way? I said, because I feel funny. Everywhere I go, everybody got a mask on. But when I travel to other states recently, a couple of times this year, I've traveled to other states, even home. People got masks on, but not a whole lot. But down here in Georgia, uh, I done got kicked out the store 3 times, but already did what they needed to do. I got approached like 4 or 5 times by people. I had to put them in their place in a godly way. you know, so I just was like, God, I'm tired. I feel funny. Like wherever I go, everybody got a mask and I don't. And they look at me like I'm crazy. And then I be telling them about Psalms 91, telling them about God. And they be like, yeah, I love God too. I'm a Christian too. But he said, don't be stupid. I said, well, what does Psalm 91 say? It says he will protect you from these exact things. Well, yeah, man, and I know people got to work, they got to eat, so they got to wear the mask on the job, and I gave y'all a prayer about that months ago, so I understand you got to wear your mask, you know what I'm saying? But, and I understand some people got to wear it because they sick, but it's just, it makes me feel so out of place, guys. I said to God, God, I never thought I would feel out of place in my own country. Yeah, they vehicles with a mask on. How many of y'all feel like me? Do you feel out of place in your own country? I said, God, I never thought a day would come that I would feel out of place in my own country. I don't like going in stores anymore, but I have to sometimes. I mean, I love going outside, getting breath of air. I start back my training soon with the trainer. I love all of that. But to have to go in these stores, Pat be like, Apostle, get your scarf. I'm like a big baby. No. I don't want to wear it. And she said, but Apostle, you need your scarf. I'm like, no. So I don't get it. And I go in the store. And as I'm walking in the store, I'm like, God, please don't let them catch me. Don't let them put me out. And lately he been letting me get in and come out. But she grabs her scarf everywhere she goes. She have it around her neck. So if she have to, she'll sling it around and she'll hold it, right? Like we was in the post office yesterday, right? She's standing right next to me. We first come in the post office. She's standing right next to me when we get to the thing. Because she was gonna help me carry the packages, right? And she's standing there because she know what the postal lady said, right? And she's standing there with her little white scarf and she like this holding it. And I'm looking at her like, God, why does she have that scarf on her mouth? She's never wore a scarf in this post office. Why is she scared of that lady? I wanted to tell her so bad, take that scarf off. But I didn't say that, right? So I'm standing there and I had my scarf around my neck because remember I told you I was going to mess with her coming in. And so I had my scarf around my neck and I'm standing there like looking just as cool. I'm like, and then, and then when my turn came, she was like, "How are you today, gorgeous? How you doing?" I was like, "I'm fine." And she was like, she said, "Box 1473." I was like, "Yeah." And then the other guy was like, all nice. He was like, "Hey, good golly, troublemaker, right?" So she comes back. She's like, "You guys have a blessed day." I was like, "Wow, Daddy, you said you was gonna brittle her mouth when it comes to me." I was like, "What?" But Pat. And then when we got outside, I started to tell her. I started to say, "Pat, why you do that?" But I ain't feel like hearing mouth. Because if I would have told her, "Pat, why you put this scarf around your mouth?" She'd be like, "But Apostle, and I would have been like, "Stop talking." So that's why I say that to her. Because Miss Pat has to be right all the time. I'm telling you guys, you cannot stand a chance with Miss Pat. I love her dearly. You can't stand a chance with her. She has to be right all the time. She is never wrong. So you just have to agree with her to disagree with her. Mm. But I ain't saying that to her. So, but I ain't wear my scarf. I was standing there. I was like cool in the mug. I was like, just what? Know her to say something. Already had my words ready. Already. But she shocked me. I was like, Daddy, You said, and I told Pat. Pat was like, oh, I don't remember you said Daddy was going to burn her mouth. I remember you said Daddy was going to deal with her. I said, well, what do you think I mean? Because I told her. I was like, don't play. Don't mess with God, babies. We God's babies. Say with me, I'm Daddy's baby. I'm Daddy's jewel. And then guess what y'all last name is? I'm going to tell y'all my last name. Rosalind Solomon Hamashiach. That's y'all name too. Say your name with me, then add Hamashiach with it. Say it. Say your name with me. I am Rosalind Solomon Hamashiach. And say I am Daddy's jewel. And say I am Daddy's baby. And just say this. Say, I'm in the palm of my daddy's hands. I'm in the palm of my daddy's hand. And nobody can take me out of his hand. And then say this with me in Yeshua's name. I am betrothed to Yeshua HaMashiach. Betrothed means from the time you was conceived in your mommy's belly, you were betrothed to him. You were promised to him. So say, I am betrothed to Yeshua Jesus. I am not betrothed to anybody else, not even my own husband. I'm betrothed to Yeshua Jesus because he is my eternal husband. I am not betrothed to any wicked spirits, nor Lucifer, Satan, Satan, or anybody else. I'm not even betrothed to my own husband because my husband is my temporary husband. My wife is my temporary wife. Yeshua is my eternal spouse. So that's who I am truly betrothed to in Yeshua's name. That's what you say. I be saying that all the time. In Yeshua Jesus' name. And tell people when they ask you what your name is. I mean, I know legally you don't have the name Hamashiach, but you can. They say, "What's your name?" Rosalind Solomon Hamashiach. They don't be like Hamashiach. Yeah, Yeshua Hamashiach, Jesus. I'm his bride. I'm his daughter. I'm his baby. I'm his queen. I'm his jewel. I'm his servant. I belong to him. So I carry his last name, Rosalind Solomon Hamashiach. I told Pat that, she was just cracking up. I said, that's his last name. He's my husband. He's my husband man. God is my husband man too. So I got a long name, Rosalind Solomon Elohim Hamashiach. Rosalind Solomon Elohim Hamashiach. That's my name. And y'all should add that to your name too. Okay, listen. Somebody put their first and last name up for me. Who's on here? Yama. Who else on here? Put your first and last name up for me. Somebody. And I'm gonna say it for you. I'm gonna speak it into you. But if you don't want nobody to know your last name, I understand. Okay. Sierra Carson, Patricia Moore, Serena Austin, Deshani Rouse, Terry Hill, Consuela Datcher, Upchurch, Erin Bona, Jacqueline McCurry. I'll try to say y'all names. Shelly Younger, Victor, and then Jordan Dross, LaFriend, Carol, Francine. So, okay, all of y'all, Trevor, all y'all names. Y'all names is so and so and so and Elohim Yeshua HaMashiach. That's y'all names. From now on, I done gave you the names. The Apostle of the Most High gave you the name. Your last name is now your first and last name. And then Elohim Yeshua HaMashiach. That's y'all names. That's y'all name. Check this out. The guy who did my video yesterday, right? Let me tell you something, guys. I know him he used to go to my church. I know his whole family. He knows some of my people. He knows my ex-boyfriend, everything, right? So when we met up with each other, we was like, yo, I knew you. Because when I saw him, I was like, he looks so familiar. Because look, this other dude did my video, but he in Texas now. He moved to Texas. He had to go to Texas for a whole year. He got a high ranking position in the military, right? So when I went to the studio the first time, I kept looking at the studio owner. I was like, he looks so familiar. And he kept telling me, there is just something so beautiful about you. I don't know what it is, right? So then he found out from the other video guy, because the other video guy was supposed to come back and do the video I did yesterday, but he couldn't come back. So he referred me back to the guy who owns the studio. But normally he charges $2,500 because he's very known in the industry. Like he films movies. One of the guys is a producer for the house. Is it the Housewives show that's down here? You know, the Housewives of Atlanta, whatever it is. He's a producer with them, and he was going to do the video first for me. But because our other video guy asked him, and he was like, I can't do it because I only get 1 day off now. He used to get 2. So then he went back to the owner of the studio where I did the video first time, and he said, I will do anything for her. And then he told him, he was like, well, I didn't charge her a lot of money to do the video because she real cool. So I didn't charge her a lot. He was like, I don't care. He said, whatever you charged her, just give it to me and I will do her video. Once he realized who I was and that we used to worship together and we knew each other's people and we was mad cool back home in Montclair, he was like, I don't care. He normally charges 25. Pat to tell you, she was in there yesterday. He told her he normally charges $2,500 and up for videos, music videos, guy. His studio is huge. They make movies and everything, right? So God gave me mad favor. And guess what else? I had got prophecies that some of my books would become movies one day. The guy in Texas, he coming back in a year. He has a movie production company. And he was telling me he could get me actors. You know, when daddy gives me that kind of money, he could give me actors and we could start out making 10, 20-minute movies and then graduate up to like hour and 20-minute movies. I was like, God hooked me up with these men. God hooked me up. God hooked me up. And I'm starting to see the prophecies about movies being made for my books are going to come to pass very soon. My sci-fi books and some of my romance books are going to come to pass very soon because of these two connections. The guy even told me he can make me a commercial for my products. I was like, nah, I ain't ready for a commercial. He was like, why? I said, because I ain't got that kind of products. I said, if you make a commercial, who knows where it's going to take me? I said, some of my products, I got 50, 60, 100. I ain't got that. It's just me. And I don't have no help. And I'm running out of room in my house now. Right. And he was like, all right, well, then when you get bigger, you get a bigger place, we going to make a commercial for all of your products. And you going to write them down and tell me what all of them do. I was like, bet. So maybe next year. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. So God, y'all ain't no little people. Y'all big people. We big. Look, ain't no such thing as little people. We little G's. We little gods of God, but we big. We big on this earth. And we big in heaven, but daddy bigger. So remove the word little. Don't ever say I'm a little person. All you say is I'm a little G. I'm a little God of God. But you big on this earth. And you big in the spirit realm. Let me tell you, some people on this earth may not have a lot of money. Name might not even be known. But in the earth, in the heaven, you is famously known. Your name is uttered through the heavens, and you are famously known. And you are rich in heaven. So don't ever don't call yourself little people. Don't do that. I ain't gonna forget nobody. Am I forgetting y'all now? Ain't I on TV? Wasn't it prophesied? Many of you heard prophets on this Periscope that I let y'all share with me say I was gonna be on TV. And I'm on TV with my own TV show. Have I forgotten y'all? Nope. Am I still the same? Yep. I'm just busier, so I can't be on like I used to, but I'll be here. So I've not changed, and I'm not going to change because I prayed and I asked God to never let me change. And if he saw me changing, deal with me or take me home. So you don't have to worry about me changing because God ain't going to let me. Okay? I'm a singer. My music's starting to get a little known. I got a few videos out there. I haven't changed. I'm not gonna. I'm a buster. He said I'm a buster. I haven't heard that one in a long time. I haven't heard that one in a long time. Yeah, I'm not gonna forget you guys. For real, I'm not. I can't wait to start meeting some of you. I met some of you, actually a lot of you, but it's still hundreds of you I've never set eyes on. So I mean, like through the videos I have, Facebook and stuff, but I'm talking about in real life. Yeah, they on my site, but my site not open yet because I got to put up 5 more products, and then I'm gonna give it to the lady to configure it. Because if you go on my site, you're only gonna see 5 products. Because I don't know how to configure. I tried it, and I can't do it, so I have to wait. So one day next week, because I got about 5 more products to make, guys. And I'm gonna be doing them. This was one of them. So I think I got 4 or 5 more that I should have made a long time ago, but I didn't do it yet. So I'm gonna be busy next week making these products. Then I gotta take pictures. I gotta take a picture of this, and a picture, ladies. I got some coats. I got pictures of those fur coats I showed y'all, but I got 5 more fur ones. Ooh, being a working with vendors, wholesale. Oh, let me tell you something. These 5 coats that I just recently got in the mail, they leather with man-made fox fur. Normally $250 coats, but you guys won't pay that. You'll probably pay about 80 to 100 for it. And I got some pocketbooks. These pocketbooks are worth anywhere from $100 to $165. I didn't pay that. And you guys won't need that. I'll give you good deals. They gold, silver, red, black, and then I got a 5-piece per set worth $200. I didn't pay that for them. 5 pieces, but they only let me get 5 of each. And of course, you know I'm going to keep one of them. Okay, I gotta go. Miss Pat is here. So when I get in the car, I'm gonna come back and let y'all hear that song I want y'all to hear, okay? Blessing, you've been making a nice day better when you come on. Thank God for you. Oh, thank you. So I'm come back in later and let y'all hear that song on car. All right. Love you guys. Shalom.